time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host, Ben. Now let's dive in. Bitcoin and the overall crypto market having a nice rebound off of those lows. Nice push up here. We are getting rejected on Bitcoin at the $45,000 area currently. Where that 50-day moving average is. That 45,000 was past support. Now it's holding up as resistance. So we need to see Bitcoin break above 45,000 and start holding as support again. If not, we're going to see it dump back down to 40,000. That momentum we had was slighted by this crash. So now we have to build up new momentum. So looking at the daily chart, we can see not only is it the 50 that's holding us down, we also have the 10-day there. So we have a lot of resistance at 45, and we do have that support at 40 where it held up. So we've got a really tight range that we're going to have to pop out of the upside to. And if that happens, we could push back up to 50,000. Bitcoin could get held up again and we could see another big pullback like we just did. Right at the moment, it looks like we may be making stair steps down if it gets hung up at this area, and we could see a push down to 35,000 maybe by this weekend if we don't break this 45,000 area and hold. So just because the market's rebounding doesn't mean we're out of the fire yet. It is still a little bit sketchy. Ethereum hasn't rebounded that much yet. Bitcoin rebounded a decent amount, but Ethereum is still right above 3,000. You know, it dropped to about 26.55 was the low, and we're just now back over 3,000. And you can see the 50-day and 200-day are both above it. So we got to break above those areas, which is that previous resistance at that 3,300 area that was also support. But same thing, we are still in a downtrend. So any rejection at these areas are going to lead to more pullbacks. However, as I was saying the other day, that we seem to be more of in a hot altcoin market than a Bitcoin market, we are still seeing breakouts in the altcoin market. TEZOS is top gainer today. This is not really a breakout. This is a rebound. But TEZOS is running into resistance at that 625 area, 625 to 650. So for it to continue to run, it's got to break 650. If not, we just saw that it can reach 450, so it could easily drop back down to that. But CGLD pushing for a new recent high just a little while ago, shot all the way up almost to 8, breaking through that 750 resistance back here. So CGLD looks very bullish compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Cardano got really rough there, and I was glad I sold a good bit up here at the top. I'm still holding that little bit. I held it because $2 did hold up. But if we don't see Cardano push back up to 250 really soon, then I'm going to be getting out of it because it is in this downtrend that's been continually riding down. So until it can break this downtrend, it's going to continue to sell off and could sell off back to this trend line. Now I did grab some ALGO down in this bounce, bringing my average down. So I'm almost even. I'm about averaged out at 2 on ALGORAND. This time around, I'm looking to see if it's going to push back up after rebounding right here. Made this little double bottom after it had to sell off there out of this triangle consolidation. So one bottom, two bottom usually leads to a rip up, but $2 is strong resistance. Got to hold above it. So back to altcoins ripping. Cosmos Atom is almost back to that previous all-time high already. So seeing that type of move, that bounce off of this 200-day off at $28 area is showing that Atom and these coins that follow it in that ecosystem may not be done. This could possibly be the start of a downtrend, but it looks like it's going to keep trying to push up to that 45 area, so this probably won't end up being that. Avalanche breaking for a new high yesterday, up almost to 80. So still bullish move there. This looks very good. Nice, healthy consolidations for the rip. The next leg's up. So we just had another leg up for high. We're probably going to consolidate here for a little bit. And if we break 80, we'll see AVAX continue to run. Now, Dogecoin still in this downtrend, but actually did finally get a rebound. It was just really low and bearish, bouncing off that 20-cent area, and now stuck between the 50-day and the 10-day, and it's making this little triangle. So Dogecoin can pop up over this 23-cent area and start holding. As you can see, that will support back here. Then Dogecoin can come up and test that 200 and that downtrend, but needs to break to the upside. If it breaks down again, Dogecoin will easily keep dropping. Now, Fetch, I'm still holding, and I held this all the way down to 60 cents. This is a rough hold, but it's back up to that 82-cent area. I did add some to average it down a little bit, and I'm close to break even. I think I'm still a little bit down on it. Still think Fetch is going to get back up and test these $1.20 area, maybe the end of next week or something. I'm still pretty bullish on it, even though it did have that nasty little pullback, but that was because of the Bitcoin and Ethereum pullback. Nice little bounce off of the top channel line. Resistance here is now holding that support on HBRAR off of that 35-cent area. It's moved up to 40 almost. Got to break back over 40. You see that 10-day is a little ways away from the 50. Got to get back above it, just like back here, for this to continue to run, but not looking too bad. Now, Luna at $25 down here, man, you'd already made $11 if you would have got in there. I've been holding Luna since before that, so I haven't sold much of my Luna, so I just kept it. I didn't add anything, but it's already broken this downtrend. That was the top of the triangle, and broken the support line, and has confirmed so far that's going to hold there. So it looks like Luna's going to start going back bullish again, and probably we'll see it back over 40 here soon. I did pick up a little Polygon MATIC right there in that $1.05 area. I'm holding to see if it can push back up and go bullish again, because overall, when you look at this one back, you can see it's on this nice uptrend. It just has been in a downtrend lately. Really struggled back in these areas, and had a little bit of bad press there for a minute, but I think we'll see Polygon continue to bounce, because it didn't even get down to the trend line. It held up above $1 again, so $1 is very, very strong support on MATIC at this time. OMG, this is one to keep an eye on. Didn't have that big of a drop comparatively. In this nice bowl, still coming up and testing that $10 resistance. And right at this moment, I mean, it is really building up right here. A little bit of a U shape. If it breaks that $10, we could see OMG start really running. If not, it'll drop back down to 8 again. But if the market's staying bullish, then I think we'll easily see that push up. PLA, this is a new one that they added to Coinbase I was not aware of. You can see it's been around for a bit, but I just saw it the other night. And I did grab a little position of this on my Coinbase Pro account around the 75-80 cent area, right after it pushed up there and had a little pullback and held. So I'm looking to see if this is going to start popping. Been in that little downtrend there, but did have a spike when it first hit Coinbase all the way up to $2. So we do know it can move. Decently low supply. Right now is a good time to keep an eye on Solana. Solana is in this downtrend. If you got it down at 114, I mean, you're already making money. But I'm looking for some confirmation here of this to try to hold this 150. If we can hold 150, it would start breaking this trend line, and we could see it back up to that 200. So there's still a lot that are down. They were already on downtrends. The pullback did not help their case any. But that is some pretty nice corrections on some of these where it may present some buying opportunities here if this is the end of that little correction we had. Now, if we continue to correct, like I said, if Bitcoin and Ethereum don't break over those areas, we could still see pullbacks in them that could shake the altcoin market some. So altcoins still looking like they're pretty much in control. But we just know how fast this crypto market can change. So got to be ready for anything.